Good morning, Blue Lulus. The tea is piping hot today, so let's get into it. Little Mikey with the big secret is having a lot of trouble rallying the troops in terms of implementing this budget bill that they had previously agreed on, knowing fully that it was going to add anywhere between $10 and $12 trillion to the deficit, all the while making American lives worse, and we can't really afford that since the economy is in the toilet. And there are so far 10 Republicans that are refusing to go along with this evil plan. One of them got up and rebuked him in the name of Jesus. Rebuke you, I'll rebuke you. Sashay, sashay. I wish I could have seen it. I would pay so much money to see little Mikey's face when he was rebuked. Oh, I mean, I got kicked out of religion class a lot in my Catholic school because, that one time when Father Paul said that dogs don't have souls, I became totally unglued. So maybe this is the one thing that we have in common. It hurt. It hurt to be rebuked by Father Paul. It's so bad that they literally told those lawmakers to close their eyes and let it pass. Like, they literally pretended like they were getting a shot or getting their ears pierced. That's how bad they know that it is going to be for their own constituents who are already going to have horrible effects from all of these tariffs, especially those who live in agricultural communities. And they said, no, not going to do that. And they only have a couple of days for this to pass before they have a 2-week recess. I wish I had a 2-week recess, like every 2 weeks. J.D. Vance pissed off absolutely everybody when he said, hey, guys, we borrow from Chinese peasants to buy things those Chinese peasants manufacture. It must be so hard to be a comedian right now, because if I were to make fun of J.D. Vance, that's what I would say. Like, sorry, peasants, you can't figure it out. He actually said it. And the Chinese government came out and said, you are just rude and impolite. And they're right, he's horribly impolite. The Chinese additionally criticized the Joker administration by rebuking Trump's tariffs with Ronald Reagan's 1987 speech. This speech essentially talks about how terrible tariffs are for everybody. Ronald Reagan, who's supposed to be like the demigod of all of conservatism, just hammer down the point. This is a communist nation that is calling upon Ronald Reagan as the voice of reason here. Like, wow, where are we? You know who else is telling us that we're just taking things a little bit too far? We need to chill. North Korea. Now, this is back from February 11th when the Joker initially said that we were just going to take over the Gaza Strip and turn it into a hotel. They said the U.S. should awaken from its anachronistic daydream and stop at once the act of encroaching upon the dignity and sovereignty of other countries and nations like a ferocious robber. I mean, facts! Facts! Dark Batman and Peter Navarro are publicly feuding because Dark Batman doesn't like tariffs, obviously, because they impact his bottom line. And Peter Navarro has absolutely no excuse for them. He just says, we like them and that's what it's gonna be. The Joker administration said, great, yeah, we love public displays of drama. It just shows everybody that we're just so transparent and we take into account a diversity of opinions, and that's what makes us so fantastic. We love airing our dirty laundry. That doesn't affect anybody's confidence in anything. Come on, you guys, this is great. But I tell you, it really does look like Dark Batman is doing that slow fade. When somebody's been in a relationship for a while and they don't really want to be the one to do the breaking up, but they definitely want to break up, so they just start publicly criticizing them and like picking on their clothes and making jokes at their expense, and then eventually it all blows up and they break up. We've all seen marriages like that, right? That's what's happening. Ooh, and it's gonna be messy when it does. I can't wait. Here for it. And lastly, a Nevada man was arrested after 7 emotional support tigers were seized from his home. He is reportedly going to sue the government for taking his tigers away, saying that it's causing him emotional distress, and they recognize tigers as emotional support animals, and they're violating his rights. He rescued these tigers from the Tiger King after he was arrested for, Carol Baskin. And that just reminded me that 27% of Oklahomans voted for that man to be governor of that state, and that tracks, right? But you know what? Let the man have his tigers. If he wants emotional support tigers, oh well. It's the apocalypse. We have bigger fish to fry. As long as he was taking care of those tigers, whatever. You can have them. But perhaps that is my toxic trait. I would absolutely have an emotional support tiger. If you enjoyed this video, give me a like, comment, and a follow. Join our Blue Clan. It's nice and cozy over here. And as always, keep your eyes up, keep your feet on the ground. I'll see you next time. Hang in there. Ta-ta!